Before we begin, please press the like button and the subscribe button. Now think about the last time a tiny little typo caused a massive headache, or maybe a misstep in some daily process led to a really costly delay. These aren't just minor hiccups, they are constant, preventable drains on your business. So today, we're going to dive into a super powerful solution, intelligent process automation. And trust me, it's not just about working faster, it's about creating a whole new standard of precision that can totally transform your operations.
So here's our game plan. First up, we're going to get real about the true cost of human error. Then, we'll put on our detective hats and figure out the hidden culprits behind why these mistakes happen in the first place. After that, we'll introduce the hero of our story, intelligent automation. We'll see exactly how it works, lay out a practical blueprint for you to bring it on board, and then we'll take a little peek into a future where efficiency is just the new normal.
All right, let's talk about the cost of messing up. It's not just about a few bucks here and there. No way. We're talking about a slow, silent drain on your resources, your time, and even your reputation. The true impact is almost always way bigger than we think.
Seriously, take a second and actually think about this. It's not just the cost of reshipping the wrong order, it's the whole domino effect, right? The lost time for your team trying to fix it, the dip in productivity, and worst of all, the potential damage to a customer relationship. These aren't just isolated incidents. They're like a heavy anchor, constantly weighing down your operations.
Okay, so if we all agree that mistakes are expensive, why on earth do they keep happening? I mean, it's easy to point fingers, but the reality is way more complicated. We need to look a little deeper at the systemic reasons behind the errors. Now, this is absolutely crucial to understand. We're shifting the focus from who made the mistake to why the mistake was even possible. Just think about that end-of-quarter rush. You've got your best employee juggling 10 things at once. That's when fatigue kicks in. Or what about a process that's so ridiculously convoluted it needs a 50-page manual? These aren't employee failings, they are system failings. These are the real culprits. And that is exactly where modern technology steps in. Instead of just trying to force people to be perfect inside a broken system, we can actually change the system itself with a totally new approach: intelligent automation. This is such a key distinction. For decades, automation was all about speed, just doing the same boring task over and over, but faster. Intelligent automation, though, is about thinking. It's about building systems that can understand context, adapt to new info, and even make judgments. That's the game changer right there. So, what in the world is intelligent process automation, or IPA? Well, think of it as automation with a brain. It starts with RPA, that's robotic process automation, which handles all the repetitive, rules-based stuff. But then it layers on all this intelligence, like AI and machine learning. And what that means is the system doesn't just blindly follow instructions. It can actually analyze messy data, recognize patterns, and get smarter over time. It literally learns from every single thing it does. So, how does this thinking technology actually deliver real-world results? How does it get rid of all those errors we were just talking about? Let's break down the three biggest benefits. First, and this one's pretty obvious, is data accuracy. Just imagine manually copying thousands of lines of data from a spreadsheet into your company's CRM. A person is bound to make a mistake eventually. It's just human nature. An IPA system, on the other hand, can process that data flawlessly, 24/7, using super advanced algorithms. And that leads to cleaner, more reliable data, which, as we all know, is the foundation of any good decision.
Next up, IPA is proactive. It doesn't just sit around and wait for something to break. Nope. It's monitoring your processes in real time. Imagine a system that doesn't just process invoices, but actually flags a potential fraud risk before the payment ever goes out. That's the difference. You're shifting from reactively putting out fires to proactively preventing them in the first place.
And finally, IPA turns all that data into actual wisdom. It doesn't just process information. It analyzes it for patterns and trends, and then it serves up insights you can actually use. This frees up your team from the tedious work of data crunching and lets them focus on what humans do best, making smart, strategic decisions based on a clear, data-driven picture.
Okay, this all sounds pretty amazing, right? But how do you actually bring it into your organization? Let's switch gears from the why to the how, with a simple, effective blueprint for getting started.
Here's a simple 4-step plan for you. 1. Start small. Please don't try to automate everything all at once. Pinpoint the most repetitive, high-volume tasks. Things like processing invoices or onboarding new hires. Those are your low-hanging fruit. 2. Choose your tools wisely. Not all IPA solutions are created equal. Find one that fits your budget and plays nicely with your existing systems. 3, and this one is so important, get your team on board. This is not about replacing people, it's about empowering them. You gotta frame it as a way to get rid of their most boring, mind-numbing work. And finally, step 4. This is a living, breathing process. You have to monitor the results and constantly look for ways to tweak and optimize.
So as we wrap things up, I really want to leave you with one crucial idea that's at the heart of this entire shift toward a more automated, efficient future.
I absolutely love this quote because it's so true. Adopting IPA is not a one-time fix. It's an ongoing commitment to getting better. To get the most bang for your buck, you have to regularly evaluate and fine-tune your automated processes. It's really a dynamic partnership between your team and the technology.
And that brings us to our final question for today. By transforming your workflows and tackling the root causes of human error, intelligent process automation doesn't just make you more efficient, it makes you more precise. So, the real question is your business ready to make that leap?